Travel Crusher for your amazing Kirby and the Amazing Mirror run. Next coming up is Kirby Air Ride from Pearstrike. This is Summer Games Done Quick 2016, benefiting Doctors Without Borders, sponsored by Twitch. I'm going to go ahead and read a couple of donations while we're waiting for our next setup. We have a $20 donation from Inyi. I am Error. Thank you, Tim and Paul, for your $10 donation. I've really enjoyed watching the fantastic runs by Romscout, Poexel, PJ, OmniGamer, Fast, and all gamers during this year's SGDQ. It's such a treat to watch such talent and skill. Thanks to the runners and all who put on this great event. Thank you. Thank you, Locke, for your $20 donation. Awesome. Love watching the Game Boy Games run. Awesome Bubble Ghost run, even in the face of marathon luck. Put this towards Sam in Final Fantasy Adventure in honor of half-coordinated story. Thanks to all the staff behind the cameras and mics and the runners. Much love to the Steam Goons. Got an anonymous $50 donation. Just thought I could donate a few of my buckaroos for this cause. I love video games and I think they're great. If any of the Jack Runners are out there in the crowd, then I just wanted to thank them for the extremely entertaining run. Take care. I have a $10 donation from a Dagissimo. Hey, Pebble Smasher, go kick some butt. From your pal, Vince. Dark Slime also donates $10. Had to donate during the Kirby block. Adventure was my childhood. Good luck, everyone. No problem. Humble Bundle. Pay what you want bundles that support charity. Offer bundles for video games, mobile, ebooks, comics, and the Humble Store. It has raised over $75 million for charities such as Doctors Without Borders and many more. You can check them out at www.humblebundle.com. We have a $110 donation from ShojoBot. Had to donate during the block of my favorite games ever. Also had to donate for the name Terrakasi incentive since that's my name too. Kill the animals. P.S. I will donate again if Edovine does her best Kirby impression. Poyo! Sorry, it doesn't help when I'm fighting the GDQ flu. We have a $15 donation from Aquas. So many cute games today on SGDQ. Good luck, Kirby runners. Anonymous $10 donation. Kirby sucks. Really well. Super hyped for the Kirby block. Another anonymous $20 donation for Kirby hype. Hype. Also got a $10 donation from Waves. Shout out to my fellow air ride runners at SGDQ. Good luck, Pearstrike, with your run. Show them what real speed is. Dale. Arctic Like 38 donates $100. Loving the Kirby block. Here's $100 to do what Kirby would do and save those animals. I think he would eat them. All right, and we're going to go ahead and head it off to Darkman for our next interview.
All right, well, welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2016. I am Darkman, and with me here are three fantastic runners. So these guys right here, and gals, of course, they're going to be in the upcoming Kirby's Dream Land race. That is going to be not after Air Ride, which is coming up now. It's going to be after Nightmare in Dreamland. So with me here, I have Bloody Candy, True Shade, and Proto Magical Girl. So welcome, guys and gals. So I guess I'll start off first. Kind of a straightforward game, wouldn't you say? Does that really make you guys and gals a bit nervous, or is it kind of like, maybe it kind of takes the pressure off since it's not like a lot going on with this run?
Yeah, it's more so just, there's no crazy glitches, there's no like clips or zips or anything like that to worry about. It's just execution and RNG for bosses.
It's how well can you do this fairly easy trick and this fairly easy trick and this fairly is just added up in like 11 minutes.
There's minor differences to the routes we are all taking, but in the end, we all have similar times.
Sure. So I'll start with you, Bloody Candy. You're kind of the wild card. I mean, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is your first GDQ run. Is that correct?
This is my first GDQ run.
Does that maybe put a little bit more pressure on you? Do you feel like, nobody's kind of expecting me to do anything, so I can just go all out and, kind of scare these guys?
There's a little bit of jitter just because I'm running in front of more people than I usually do, but for the most part, it's not too bad. My practices have been very, pretty either sub 12s or low 12s, so I'm pretty confident.
Sure. True Shade, you're the veteran. I mean, you've done Kirby Dreamland before, whether it's normal mode or extra mode, so you obviously know what it takes to play this game. Does that kind of give you more confidence?
A little bit, but it's still going to be the same. Be up there for the first minute. You'll still have those jitters, and you just get over them and go with the run.
Sure. Proto, you're kind of in the middle of a marathon here yourself, right? You got, 4 games going in, I believe, 4 hours?
4.5
yeah,
with that bubble ghost run.
That's true. So, I mean, does that kind of, I guess, put a little bit more pressure on you, or does it kind of make you worry that you might mess up because you're thinking about another game or something like that?
I think so. It's been kind of a struggle to make sure I'm balancing every game and practicing everything and making sure I'm remembering everything for commentary and this and that, but I think I've worked hard enough that I should be just fine for this race.
Cool. I guess, why do you think this deserves to be a race? Let's start with you, Bloody Candy.
I have no idea.
Perfect. Good answer. I like it.
I can't do anything better than that.
Proto, do you have any final thoughts on why it should be a race?
I think the three of us and more in the little Kirby's Dream Land community have done this so many times. It's been my #1 game on SRL for far too long. I think showing off that community dynamic between the three of us and the more who will be watching from home really is going to make this run more exciting. Also, Poyo!
Poyo.
All right, final thoughts. Kirby is
Cute.
Indestructible.
Well, there you have it. Somebody has to be different. Once again, I want to thank my fantastic Kirby Dreamland runners. We have Proto Magical Girl, True Shade, Bloody Candy. I want to wish them the best of luck in their race. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
And of course, the closing off. And in just a second, I'm going to have my good man, Sen. He's going to come on camera. We're going to show off a few Kirby's prizes. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. So he's stepping up in just a second.
Hey, Darkman, how are you doing?
Good. How are you, Sen?
I'm all right. It's been an early morning for me.
Yeah. It's always like that, right?
Yeah, I suppose it is. So
what do you got for me today?
yeah, I got a couple of prizes for Kirby Block.
Yeah.
So first off, we have this lovely Kirby amigurumi. It's completely knitted. It's lovely. We've been having Kelowna hold it for most of the marathon. It seems to fit perfectly. Not sure why. That's going on through all through Kirby Block. And on top of that, over there, if you wouldn't mind handing me Mr. Saturn.
Sure.
Mr. Saturn, I guess he looks a little sad that Earthbound didn't quite make it into this marathon, but he could still be with his HAL game friends through Kirby Block. And this was actually given to us by Ellen Kramer, who made us the Kelowna plushie.
Wow.
So she does wonderful work. Huge shout outs to her. We have a couple of other things going through the block, including a copy of Kirby Planet Robobot, the newest game in the series. A lot of fun. I mean, Kirby Robot, it is cute and indestructible.
That makes sense.
It really does. And yeah, as always, you guys can head over to gamesdonequick.com to check out all the different prizes, bonus runs, donation incentives, and things we'll be seeing in the marathon.
Right. And how much again is it to donate for that cute little yarn plushie there?
I believe it is $10 through Kirby Block, although the tracker will have that information for you.
Excellent. I definitely want to get that plushie because it is adorable. Well, I believe that's it for me. So again, Sen, thank you as always while you're doing your little Kirby dance. It's been a pleasure. I'm sure we'll see more of you.
Thanks for having me, Darkman. Always a pleasure to be here.
Definitely. And in just a minute, you will be seeing Kirby's Air Ride.
Good? Cool. Hi. Just to, yeah, cool. Just to make sure, did White Kirby win the donation or the bid war?
Let me get through it really quickly.
Cool.
Actually, purple.
Yo. I didn't practice with purple.
Oh, no.
Actually, by like an $8 difference.
Wow, dude, shouts out. Cool. All right, are we ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Hey, everyone. This is Kirby Air Ride. I'm Pearstrike. Can we get a roll call?
I'm the official Skaza.
I'm One David J. I'm Arg My Toast.
Cool. And this is Air Ride All Tracks. Thanks for donating for the Kirby color. We're doing purple here. Shouts out to the Sky Whale.
Our whale cycle.
Yeah, we got a good whale cycle.
Our boy.
So this speed run is all 9 of the tracks in Air Ride mode, done consecutively. And for this first track is Kolda. That's the Japanese name. The American name is Frozen Hillside. And for this first track, I'm just going to explain the basic mechanics of the game. So, don't worry about me spinning into walls or, weird things like that. It's fine. Everything's all right. So this game has basically 2 inputs. You can move around with the control stick or the D-pad, and then the A button does everything else. It breaks Kirby, and it also picks up power-ups. It also activates panels on the ground, and yeah. Now, there's also a charging mechanic in this game. When you are holding A, you brake, but you also charge up your meter to the bottom right there. That's not too important for Wheelie Scooter. We're going to be using that a lot with Rocket Star at the end of the run. We're going to be using Wheelie Scooter for 7 of the 9 tracks and then Rocket for the last 2. So that's when charging is going to be important. But yeah, for now, this is Wheelie Scooter. So, oh, whoops. So yeah, also there are a couple power-ups in this game. The best ones are Sword and Needle because they kill enemies the most. When you kill an enemy in this game, you get a speed boost. So yeah, we're gonna try to get Sword and Needle and power-ups that could kill enemies. We don't want the transformation power-ups like Wheel and Bird. They slow us down. They're faster than like Wheelie Scooter's regular speed, but we can't do things with it. We just have to go straight, and that's boring. So, but yeah, that's basically Kolda. Now we're gonna go into Nebula Belt, the one of the worst tracks ever made. There's nothing in it. There's no enemies. It's just spinning into walls, which I will explain now. It's a momentum glitch that is called a spin dash, and I'm going to be doing it here about 60 times. What you do is you spin, and then you head into the wall at like this angle, and then once you hit the wall, you hold A and you charge on the wall, and then you release. To get a most optimal release, you want to release the D-pad or control stick right before you release A. Like just a split second before you do, and then you basically fly off the wall. You keep all your speed coming off the wall, so then you could just go right back and do it again. Basically, we're gonna use the D-pad for this whole track. It's just the most optimal thing. We can also do down as well as right or left, depending on what wall we're going into, and that is for optimal releases and just optimal spin dashes. So yeah, we're going to be using the D-pad for this level. And that's basically it. You could do spin dashes with the control stick, and I will for other levels, but for this one, it's just best for the D-pad. You could also do this. If you release right before that ramp, you get shot off that ramp, you could do a cool ramp jump. Oh, also, this game is in 60 frames per second, and I'm also on a completed file, so I have the air rides unlocked. And then also, so I don't get any checkboxes during the run, because as many people know, there's 360 checkboxes in this game, 120 for each mode. And there are 3 modes, air ride, top ride, and city trial. And you may be asking yourself, why is this not city trial, my favorite mode as a kid? Basically, this run is cool because it could show off the vehicle, like what the vehicles could do, like their maximum potential, how fast you can go in this game. So yeah, that's why I like this run, why I think it's a good showcase of just what you can do in this game. But yeah, don't worry, I like city trial too. I'm with you. But this was all right. This was pretty decent. So now we're going to do Check Night. David's going to explain this one.
Okay, so this level is Checker Nights. Oh, that's the English name, or Japanese name is Check Night. We tend to call stuff by the Japanese names just because most of the time they're shorter. Like, except for Check Night, they're all one word. But anyway, so I'll just kind of explain like some of the main scooter tech that we use here. But first, coming up, there's like some jumps here. Right around this corner, and like these jumps run on a cycle, and since the scooter gets speed whenever it takes off on a jump, part of like doing this level really well is knowing when the jumps are going to pop up, or like knowing where to go when you get there. Anyway, so like for the 3 scooter tech that we have the spin dashes, which Pearstrike's been using already, and then we also have 2 other kinds. We have wall boosts, which are kind of like spin dashes, except you can only do them on certain walls or like different walls than spin dashes. And you don't spin for them, and they don't move you quite as fast. And the last one here, we call it like charge sliding. And it's this really weird mechanic. I guess you can see it first here. Basically, he goes off. There's like a little bump there, and if the scooter has like this weird glitch where if you're charging when you catch air, then like for the remainder of the time that you hold the charge, it breaks your momentum, and like you lose speed a lot slower than usual. So then he can just kind of like zip down, collect all those speed panels, and then fly down the hallway super quick. So that's what he did there. And he's also going to be using it here. It's not like as significant. It just keeps up the speed from the rail a little bit longer. But it's the same concept here. And then like right here, he does the wall boost. He just kind of like slides into the wall and charges. And then also there are these spin panels here, which are only used, I believe, in this level, except for like a little bit in some of the city trial things. And they're kind of like boosters. They do boost you, but they also spin you. So it's kind of weird, but you can use the spin for spin dashes, which he did there. And then this is like another wall boost, and you can just see it. There's like, I don't know if you saw the bump there or not, but yeah. Oh, and then also, this level kind of shows like those wheels there, and what Pearstrike was saying earlier about like making sure you don't get any of the transformation power-ups. Like if you do this section wrong, you might end up accidentally sucking up one of those wheels, and that's like pretty bad, so you kind of have to avoid them. Like back there, he got the plasma, and if you have one power-up, you can't get a different one. But if you don't have a power-up there at the right time, then you kind of got to do some other stuff to avoid them. Because you'll be using A lot, which is to do all the glitches and stuff, but also it would suck up enemies if you're pressing A when you slid by them.
It's kind of a risky thing in this game because A does almost every function. So if you're trying to do one thing and you're next to another thing, chances are that you might get messed up by it.
Yeah, it's like right here, he doesn't have any power-ups. He can just kind of spin through them and it works, but it's something else that you have to manage.
All right. Now, Skazi, the Sandula King, is going to explain the cool stuff in this level.
All right, so Zandula is my favorite level. It's pretty technical. A lot of the time what you're going to be doing is you're going to be getting sword and cutting enemies because there's a lot of them that spawn. But on the first lap, you'll actually see it about halfway through. He's going to get a tornado instead. And it's only there on the first lap, but that is like a second faster. So it's a cool strat because when you grab the tornado, it automatically spins you. Just for this little animation, but you can also use that to sort of spin dash on this wall. So he does it like that. And then another really cool thing is that at the end of this lap, there is this segment with falling stones, and what Pear's going to do is he's going to do a little spin so that he clips through them and doesn't take damage. So if they fell on him, he still wouldn't have gotten hit there. So that's just a cool little strat.
And now also, we're running on the Japanese version here. The Japanese version is faster for a pretty cool reason. Basically, the vehicles are programmed a little lighter, so they go a little faster overall, and they decrease speed slower and just carry momentum overall better. So yeah, it's the fastest version. It saves about 20 seconds in an all-track run. But there's also the charge sliding that David mentioned earlier, which we did in Kolda as well. And Check Knight, and we're going to do it one more time in the next level, Valerian, and that is a Japanese-only strat, and basically with all those in it, it saves about 30 seconds with an all-tracks run, but beginners, it's still, fine for running on the American version or whatever version you have. And also, speaking of Japanese, there is a big Japanese IL community for this game that have been doing ILs for a pretty long time. They have a IL world record for every combination, every air ride track combination, all 144 in both time attack and free run. And free run is the lap time trial. It's just for like a single lap, and there's no enemies in that. We're doing this whole run through time attack, by the way, because all the enemies are in the same place, and it's just consistent and fast. So this is Valerian. The American name is Celestial Valley. So right off the bat, remember this strat I'm doing here with the mixing, because I'll come back to this. But coming up is a trick we call the swag dash. So post your tryhards in chat. Pray to the swag god Trihex. Basically, if I fail this, if I release a little late, I will die. And look at that.
Nice.
Dude.
Awesome.
So I'm going to try that for all 3 laps. And yeah. There are only 3 places in all of air ride mode that you could die, so it's pretty impressive that it's possible that we will. But that's fast. That's a fast spin dash. It saves about a second each time you do it, or something like that. It's pretty good. So we're going to be doing that. Now, that mixing strat I did in the beginning, whenever you pick up 2 enemies at the same time, the mix starts, and then basically you're supposed to like press A and get a random power up. But, wow.
Nice.
All right, dude. That's good. Oh, by the way, that hole in that rail is the fastest. The other rail in that hole is fine, too. It's just a tiny bit slower. And then the middle hole is slower than both of them, but it's still decent because they have rails. But the bottom hole, which is where you spawn if you die, there's no rails in it, so it's pretty slow. But anyways, yeah, back to mixing. So if you pick up 2 enemies at the same time, depending on what 2 enemies they are, the cycle will start at the same cycle every time. So basically, I picked up Bird and oh, here we go. All right, that's fine.
All right.
I didn't fail it. All right, cool. So I picked up Bird and Ice, and every time if I just let that run out, it will always be Sword. So that's a pretty cool, consistent strat to always get Sword. And that's basically it for this level. There's also this kind of cool strat that you could do at the end where we go and we jump onto the booster and then fly back off. So that was decent. So this track is very trick heavy, so you could just read donations this whole track.
Well, first off, you had a lot of tryhards on that chat, just so you know.
Nice. Thank you,
Good,
everyone.
thank
It's
you.
really important.
That's why it worked.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead. I got a $100 donation from Anonymous. I love Kirby Air Ride, and I love playing with my siblings. If there's one game that needs an HQ or a remaster, it's this.
Thank you.
We have a $22.98 donation from the Cheese141 saying, Puyo! We have a $50 donation from Mr. Steepo that just says, Kirby, 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 Kirby. $25 donation from Lord Cuddy. Good luck with the air rides pair. All hail the almighty Dale.
Yo, thanks, Cuddy.
Brasso donates $10. Kirby is one of my favorite childhood experiences, so I had to donate to one of the Kirby games. Also great cause, so keep it up. $5 from Axe today, donating because I'm going to miss the Kirby block today, but best wishes to the Air Ride Runner. D. Milsu donates $10. Hey guys, had to donate on the Kirby block. Love the Kirby games and SGDQ. Good luck to all the runners and eat the animals. Had a $5 donation from Show Us Mario's. Gotta donate again just to hear one of Edo's famous double fire! Scenery donates $5. Oh, Kirby, who doesn't love this cute little puff? Put my donation towards Mr. MV for Setzer.
Cool. Thanks for all the donation. That's amazing. So yeah, shouts out to the steel organ throat singing, by the way. That was an amazing track. So this is Arun. The American name is Beanstalk Park. This track is all about the rails, basically. That rail is very important. If you get on that, that saves a second. If you fail it, you can do a spin. I'm sure I will. You can do a spin dash backup, and oh boy.
Oh.
I got to show it off. It's fine.
Right.
So that's the Ferris wheel. It's on a cycle. You can memorize its patterns, I guess. But and for the first lap, I usually do. So he can suck up that Waddle Dee instead of you, or he could take the Waddle Dee instead of you. And I thought I might have been able to do that, but it's fine. Yeah. So that's all on a cycle, just like the ramps and Check Knight and all the other stage hazards. There's really no RNG in this run, other than sometimes the enemies they take different patterns or start in slightly different places. But yeah, none of them really affect the run at all, or at least my current strats. So yeah, so that Ferris wheel is the big thing here. But there's also a couple cool strats here. If I press A right at the end of this vine, I could pop off and fly over there. And then this rail is cool too, this rail coming up. Basically, these left rails are faster. When you're on them, you get more speed than these ones on the right. But staying on that rail overall is slower. It's about a second slower just because it takes a longer distance. So what we do is we stay on that rail as long as we can until we switch over. And then, then we end the track. All right, that's fine. I only got it once. This is David's strat. David came up with that wall boosting strat because there is a spin dash that you could do there, but it's very hard and very inconsistent for us anyways. So we are able to just do a wall boost there and get through it pretty easy. This was actually not bad, even with a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, remember to show off your new tech at the end.
Oh,
here.
my new tech, thank you. Look at this new tech. Watch this. It's going to blow your mind. Wow, that's pretty cool, right? Yeah. I'm glad you guys appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, where am I going? Okay, cool. All right, so now we're starting with the Rocket Stars. This is Plantace, Fantasy Meadows, the quickest track. So basically, a lot of the power-ups, they have a timer, and I think it's about like 15 seconds, right, or something?
Around there, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I want to get this sword. I'm not going to make it. But I want to get this sword to the Scarfies over at the other lap, and I want to make the sword last there to these guys and then cut them. And then I won't have to boost here. But it's fine. You can still get an okay time with that. If you get that, you'll usually get like a 42 or lower. So. Also, in this cave coming up, there's this enemy called Dale. Can someone tell us about Dale?
Yeah, so Dale's a little light bulb dude, yeah, he's kind of become a huge meme in the community. Like, Pearstrike has at least, I think, probably 10 FMV emotes of Dale,
yeah,
at least.
Like that.
Also, shout-outs to Konasumi. He made a really good emote yesterday. It was like a mix of Dale and Kevin from Ed Medi.
Yeah,
so
Dale
funny.
Chin.
Yeah.
Really good emote. So this is the final track here. So this is Rocket Star. This is all about boosting and charging. If I charge up in the beginning and don't boost right away, like as soon as I can, if I boost a little later, there's a 7-frame window where you can get a 117 boost instead of, I think it's usually like an 83 boost, and that saves about a second, so we do that. And then Rocket Star is all about charging around the corners you're supposed to. It's all about you can double boost on green boost pads here. Like I'm gonna try to do it, and then I could. Okay, I missed it. It's fine. But if you do that correctly, like if you get like all the double boosts on those, you can. It's fine. I got a couple on there. You can like carry your momentum around that corner, and it's pretty neat. But yeah, that's basically it for Rocket Star, and this level is awful, so I don't want to talk about it anymore. So I'm going to talk about shoutouts. Shoutouts to the whole Japanese speedrunning community that I referenced earlier. Their website is speedrider.cho88.com, and there's a tab like at the top right to change it to English and whatnot. If you go there, if you want to see all the there's even Top Ride IL world records, but it's a huge IL world record leaderboard, and they're all really crazy. If you ever wanted to see Bulk Star done fast, you can. It's all there.
I highly recommend that one in particular, actually. It's
yeah,
incredible.
that one. Yeah, Bulk Nebula is actually really cool. You go backwards. It's neat. So yeah, there's that. Shouts out to all the whole air ride community. There's like, it's kind of cool that we could have 3 different communities within the same, and so like collaborate and whatnot between the Top Ride speed running community, City Trial, and air ride. So yeah, and it's shouts out to the whole Kirby community in general. Poyo.
I just want to let you guys know that it's another blank, no comment, but we had a $1,000 donation from Undead Snowman.
We have time.
Time. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you for that
Wow,
gigantic donation. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
2009.
2009. That's pretty good.
No, that's
2009?
Yeah, dude.
That's really
That's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Thanks. That's Kirby Air Ride. Cool.
Thank you so much,
Here's my
Pearstrike,
records.
for your amazing Kirby Air Ride. After this is Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland from Mr. Shasta.